Dǎo Yin is a set of fitness exercises combining breathing and body movements. The term was applied in the Keyi, constrained in will, of the Zhuangzi. For the first time, you can ensure a longer life if you adjust your breath to exhale stale air and inhale fresh air. Climb a tree like a bear. Stretch your legs like a bird. This is pursued by people who are good at Dǎo Yin and health preservation, and the immortal Peng Zhushou and his followers. As for its function in disease treatment, the Yellow Emperor's Canon of Medicine says that the area of the Central Plains is flat and humid, with abundant produce. People there feed on various foods and do not do much laborious work. Therefore, they suffer from flaccid paralysis, fainting, chills, and fever. The best treatments are Dǎo Yin and Anqiao, massage. Dǎo Yin consists of two parts. One guides the qi, and the other stretches the body. Guiding the qi in and out of your body fluently means stretching your body and limbs. Generally, Dǎo Yin is explained as smoothing the breath and guiding the qi to make it harmonious, and stretching your body and limbs to make them flexible and tensile. For centuries, the Chinese people have paid much attention to health preservation, also known as shí'èr in China. The canon says, sages protect themselves from diseases. Seeking treatment after you fall sick is just like digging a well when you feel thirsty. Gōng of the Jin dynasty, 265 to 420, said that health preservation is based on prevention from injury. Chinese studies on health preservation are characterized by fostering the potential vitality inside our bodies and protecting various organic functions from injuries by following nature. The Yellow Emperor's Canon of Medicine, Plain Questions, tells us that people who know the way will follow yin and yang in line with correct methods for health preservation. That is to say, that we must follow natural laws to preserve health and tailor health preservation strategies according to these natural laws. Emotional adjustment plays an important role in health preservation, as immoderate emotions and melancholy will result in internal injuries, damaging the 5 Zhang organs. Therefore, the great secret of preserving health is to reduce harmful spiritual stimulation and keep an optimistic outlook. Health preservation pays great attention to rational arrangements in daily life and stresses moderate eating and drinking, regular living, and achievable ambition. The 12-step Health Preservation Exercises was compiled by the Health Qigong Administrative Center of the General Administration of Sport of China. It consists of the 12 methods selected from over 50 Dǎo Yin health preservation movements, integrating Dǎo Yin with health preservation, limb exercise, and spiritual cultivation. Through a series of practices in the application of consciousness, breath control, and bodily adjustment, an interaction between mind, respiration, and body, practitioners of all ages and conditions can reach an optimization of life. Characteristics. The 12-step health preservation exercises involves abundant cultural connotations and profound meanings with vivid features. 1. The way of health preservation stems from the Book of Changes and traditional Chinese medicine. The 12-step health preservation exercises was compiled based on the ancient Book of Changes and the health preservation theories of traditional Chinese medicine. It stresses the effects on life by movement and advocates the concept of avoiding excessive movement and laboring in moderate degree. This health preservation concept echoes the course of the heaven and earth diagrams in the movements. Besides, each of the 12-step exercises are harmonious and symmetrical. Movements forward, backward, leftward, rightward, upward, and downward, in a high or lower position, are all included. The waxing and waning, changes and equilibrium of yin and yang in the 8 diagrams of the Book of Changes are also applied in the movements. Furthermore, the 12-step exercises pay much attention to cultivation of essence, qi, and spirit, stressing the effects on the body's yin-yang equilibrium of the intercourse between the heart and the kidneys. All this inherits the philosophies of the Book of Changes and traditional Chinese medicine. 2. Circular movement and integration of man and nature. Everything in the universe moves, interacts, and develops in a circular way. The way moves in a circle. All creatures in nature experience periodic changes in a circulation of birth, growth, maturity, senility, and death. The same is true of the movement of qi inside our bodies, by moving up and down among the spleen, stomach, heart, kidneys, liver, and lungs. The spleen and stomach lie at the center of this circular route. The heart is on the top, while the kidneys are below. The liver is on the left, and the lungs are on the right. The qi and blood circulation in the 12 meridians also follow this way from the hand Tai-Ying lung meridian to the foot Dui-Yin liver meridian, linking the beginning with the end and circulating continuously. Therefore, each action of the 12-step health preservation exercises forms bigger or smaller circles, including hand and foot gestures and body movements, which are consecutive, interactive, circulatory, and repeated. These bigger or smaller circles echo both the circulation inside our bodily organs and the circular way of movement of everything in the universe, completely reflecting the integration of heaven and man. 3. Rotating in movements with effects on tips. Practice proves that rotating movements can strengthen stimulation of the nerves, bones, muscles, and joints, improve the functions of the nervous system, harden bones, strengthen muscles, and make joints flexible. Rotating movements can also strengthen stimulation on meridians and related acupoints to smooth meridians, circulate qi and blood, and prevent diseases. Therefore, all movements of the 12-step health preservation exercises are rotating, and stress that rotation follows each movement as practice starts and stops with rotation. Tips mean the joints and tips of the limbs include the wrists, ankles, fingers, and toes. TCM studies indicate that the source acupoints of the 3 yin of the hand meridian, 3 yang of the hand meridian, 3 yin of the foot meridian, and 3 yang of the foot meridian are located near the joints of the wrists and ankles. As the source of acupoints are places where qi of the viscera passes, treatments of the 12 source acupoints is helpful for curing diseases of the viscera. Fingers and toes are places where the jing acupoints are located. These acupoints are regarded as the source of water by TCM, as well as outlets of essence and qi. During the practice of the 12-step health preservation exercises, regular source points and jing acupoints, with both physiological functions of enhancing the functions of the meridian, circulating qi and blood, and harmonizing yin and yang, and the pathological functions of resisting pathogenic factors and reflection of symptoms by the meridians. 4. Concentrating mind with correct movements. Mind refers to thought, and movement refers to posture. When practicing the exercises, the close combination of Dao Yin by mind and Dao Yin by movement is needed. Actually, Dao Yin by mind is in fact a process in which the psychological activities of man influence his physiological activities. Its characteristic is seeking movement in stillness. In other words, it uses stillness to stimulate the blood circulation in the whole body and improve the qi function of the internal organs. However, in order to achieve good effects through concentrating the mind, intensity and method play a crucial role. This is because the mind is like water and fire. Water can float a boat or overturn it, while fire can warm people or harm them. Therefore, the principle of mind concentration in practicing the exercises is a delicate mind concentration without any excess is like a clean stream flowing gently. 5. Breathing follows movement, and slow movement goes with long breathing. In performing the health preservation exercise, breathing should follow movement, and slow movement goes with long breathing. Soft and slow movements are keys to breathing exercise. Breathing refers to soft, even deep, and long abdominal respiration, and a breath includes inhaling and exhaling. As the movements in the exercise are soft and slow, the breath must be soft, even deep and long. Only in this way can it be ensured that breath follows movement. The correct way to breathe is as follows. Inhale first, and then exhale. Inhale while rising, and exhale while dropping. Inhale while opening, and exhale while closing. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through nose or mouth. 6. Strengthening the inside while assisting the outside, concentrating on the waist. By strengthening the inside and helping the outside, we mean that improving the functions of the internal organs inside the human body is the priority. Only if the internal organs function well can the other parts of the body, including the limbs, skeleton, tendons, blood vessels, muscles, skin, and bones, resist disease. Life, hinging on the waist, refers to the activities of the lumbar part as the center of each exercise. TCM holds that Du meridian circulates in the center of the back through the spine and is dominated by the kidneys. Mingmen, an important acupoint in the lumbar part, is the center of energy and original qi. Ren meridian circulates in the center of the front part of the body and is home to Shen Chui acupoint, also known as the long life point. When people do the 4th, 5th, and 6th steps of the exercise with the waist as the axis, they in effect massage Ren and Du meridians, as well as other related acupoints, by rotating the body leftward or rightward and bowing the upper part of the body. This results in communication between the front parts and the rear parts of the body, and integration of yin and yang, thus producing the effect of prolonging life. Teaching the exercises. Initial stance. Hello everyone. Now, I would like to introduce the 12-step Dao Yin breathing exercises to you. Before we practice the exercises, I will show you the initial stance. Stand erect with the feet together and relax the whole body. Close your eyes or look straight ahead and clench the teeth tightly. When you're told to, read the rhymes silently. You should put your hands one on top of the other on dantian, pubic region, with the right hand over the left hand. The rhymes are meant to dispel all extraneous thoughts and concentrate the mind on dantian, with all orifices closed. This means you will not be disturbed by what you hear and see. Breathe slowly and launch the body like a swallow into the clouds. While doing this, lower your hands slowly. The initial stance will help you expel all irrelevant thoughts and purify the mind to lay a foundation for even and deep stomach breathing with the whole body relaxed. Step 1. Beginning of Heaven's Creation. 千元七运. Shift the body weight onto the right foot. Move the left foot apart to the left so that your feet are slightly wider apart than shoulder width. At the same time, swing each hand, palms open, to the right and left, respectively, to shoulder level as the arms are rotated inward. As the arms are turned outward slightly, swing the palms to the front of the body. Bend the legs to squat down, drop both elbows, and press the hands on the stomach. Raise the body and look to the right. Move the arms to shoulder level and swing them to the front of the body, while rotating them outward and shifting the body weight onto the right foot. Move the left foot next to the right foot and straighten the bent legs slowly. Repeat these actions. Let's start with moving the right foot. Look at your right hand, extended to the right, and swing the hands to the front of the body. Bend the knees, relax the waist, and lift the hips. Make sure that the hands are parallel with the navel. Relax the shoulders and drop the elbows. Stretch the legs by lifting the Bai Hui acupoint. Swing the hands to the front of the body. Shift the body weight onto the left foot and place the right foot next to the left one. Straighten both legs gradually from the bending stance to complete the beginning of Heaven's creation. The four characters, Yuan, Han, Li, and Zhen, comprise the commentary on the various combinations of the 8 trigrams, or the character Qian. Qian is the beginning of all phenomena of nature and all things on earth. The origin is called Yuan. It helps to smooth the blood vessels of the hand Tai Yin lung meridian and the hand Yang Ming large intestine meridian. Concentrate the mind on Dantian to expel distracting thoughts, purify the cerebrum, invigorate the spleen and stomach, replenish qi, strengthen the body's resistance to disease, and consolidate the constitution. Step 2. Double fish hung on the wall. 双鱼悬个. Turn the body 45 degrees to the left and rotate the arms inward. The angle between arms and the upper body should be kept at 60 degrees. Turn the body halfway to the right and bend the right leg. Lift the left heel to form a left T stance and put the right hand on the pulse of the left wrist. The hands should be parallel to the right side of the lower abdomen. Move the left foot stiffly to the left, while stretching the left hand to the right. These two movements should be simultaneous. Without stopping, put both hands and arms together, palm to palm, in front of the chest, as you rotate your body with the waist as the axis. Maintain an upright stance, with Lao Gong acupoints in contact. Keep the hands at chest height until you finish the movement. Move the left foot next to the right one and bend the legs. Without stopping, lift the right hand and press down with the left hand as the legs are stretched out straight. This is yin and yang, like two fish with their heads connected to each other's tails, as often seen in pictures illustrating Tai Chi. Look at the right hand, drop the elbows and hands, and align the arms with each side of the body. The 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th steps are the same as the previous 4 steps, except that they are performed in the opposite direction. Turn the body to the right and shift the body weight onto the left foot. Lift the right heel while keeping the body weight on the left leg. Lift the right foot stiffly and put it down with the toes pointing upwards while moving the arms in a circle with the waist as the axis. Put the hands together, palm to palm, in front of the chest. Rub the hands horizontally. Put the right leg next to the left one and gradually straighten the legs. At the same time, place the right hand behind the crutch with the fingers pointing inward at a distance of 20 centimeters from the body, keeping the left palm above the left shoulder with the fingers pointing to the side. The arms should form an S shape. Keeping the gaze on the left hand, drop the elbows and hands. Look straight ahead, allowing the hands to dangle at the sides. Double fish hung on the wall helps to improve the function of the lungs and relieve diseases of the respiratory system, such as coughs and asthma, improve the functions of the spleen and stomach, relieve problems with the digestive system, such as indigestion and stomachache, and improve the function of the kidneys. It also has a certain effect on the reproductive and the urinary systems. Step 3. Old horse is stabled. Lao Ji Fu Li. To start the 3rd step, old horse is stabled. Shift the body weight onto the right foot. Move the left foot to the left to separate the feet by about 1 yard, keeping the toes pointing forward. At the same time, rotate the hands outward to shoulder level. Without stopping, clench both fists and put the elbows together, pointing downward. The fists should be kept parallel to the lower jaw, and the elbows should be put together tightly and pressed against the chest. Unclench the fists and hold the hands up by rotating the arms inward. Stretch the arms naturally, with the hands held a bit wider than shoulder width. Without stopping, assume the horse-riding stance. Hook the hands and move them behind the body, eyes looking to the left. Keep the body upright, with the toes pointing forward. Stretch out the hands and put them together in front of the lower abdomen. Bend the fingers and separate the palms after snapping the fingernails. Keep the wrists at the same height as the shoulders and let the elbows sag. Shift the body weight onto the right foot, withdraw the left foot, and put both feet together. Drop the elbows and hands. Stretch the legs and let the arms hang at the sides of the body. The fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth movements are the same as the previous 4 steps. Fifth movement. Move the right foot to the right side. Swing the hands to the level of the shoulders. Without stopping, clench the fists and bend the elbows. Unclench the fists and hold the hands up, adopting the horse-riding stance, and look to the right. Stretch out the hands and put them together in front of the lower stomach. Bend the fingers and separate the palms after snapping the fingernails. Concentrate the mind on Taiyuan acupoint, located in the pit beside the horizontal wrinkles of the wrist, which is also the source of the acupoint of the lung meridian. This acupoint should be pressed whenever the hands are hooked. Old Horses Stapled is a quote from lines written by Cao Cao, a military strategist, statesman, and writer of the Three Kingdoms period. An old steed in the stable still aspires to gallop 1,000 li. An old man of high endeavor cherishes a great ambition. This exercise helps to nourish the spleen qi and increase the primordial qi. To strengthen the body's resistance and improve the health, touching Lao Gōng acupoint helps to improve the function of the heart and has a certain effect of relieving high blood pressure and coronary heart disease. The movements of the flexing wrists into hooked hands, placing the wrists on top of each other, and doubling the fingers help to invigorate the heart and lungs, as they have the effect of massaging Taiyuan acupoint, the source point of the lung meridian, Daling acupoint, the source acupoint of the pericardium meridian, and Shenmen acupoint, the source acupoint of the heart meridian. Step 4. Ji Chang shoots a louse. Ji Chang Guan Shi. The first step is to move the left foot apart, unclench the fists, and push them forward, keeping the wrists at shoulder height. Gently clench the fists, turn the body to the left, bend the left leg, and stretch the right one out, Press the right heel on the ground sideways to twist yōng acupoint and form a stance of pulling a bow. Clench the fists gently at first, and then, after making the body erect, clench the fists tightly and pull the right hand from the left elbow over the left part of the chest to the right part. Unclench the fists, set the body erect, twist the right heel inward with the toes pointing forward, and keep the gaze on the palms. Withdraw the left foot to the right one, and gently clench the fists. Stretch the legs, and put the fists on the respective sides of the waist. The 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th steps are the same as the previous 4, except done in the opposite direction. Move the right foot apart. Clench the fists gently, and press the left heel on the ground sideways to twist yōng acupoint. Clench the fists tightly while turning the body to the right. Press gōng acupoint with the fingers. Unclench the fists and turn the body to the left, shifting the body weight to the left foot. Withdraw the right foot to the left one, and stretch both legs gradually. Clench the fists and put them on the respective sides of the waist. Do 2 rounds of 8 beats. The story called Czi Chang Shoots a Louse comes from the chapter Tangwen of the Liezi. It tells how Czi Chang hung up a louse by a hair and gazed at it until it seemed to him as big as a cartwheel. This was to improve his eyesight for archery. This exercise helps to ease the heart and reduce internal heat. The action of pulling the bow helps qi to flow through the chest and reconcile the heart and lungs. Concentrating the mind on Mingmen acupoint and pressing the heel on the ground sideways to twist yōng acupoint helps to nourish yin and the kidneys. Step 5. Bending the body to brush the shoes. Gōng dan. First, turn the body to the left while holding out the left palm, facing backward to the left. Without stopping, hold the left palm on high and swing it to the right front of the body while turning the latter to the right. And then, drop the left hand to the front of the right part of the shoulder. Bend forward to the right and stretch the legs. Raise the head slightly and pretend to brush the shoes with the left hand in the direction of the outside of the left foot. Clench the left fist slightly while rotating the left arm outward and raising the body slowly. Hold the left hand flat on the outside of the left leg. Make the body erect and clench the left fist tightly touching Lao Gong acupoint. Swing the right hand back and to the right, and drop it in front of the left shoulder. While turning the body to the left, bend the body to brush the shoes again. The seventh movement is to clench both fists slightly. The eighth movement is to put the fists on the respective sides of the waist and touch Lao Gong acupoints. From a side view, I will show you the 3 meridians. Massage the 3 meridians with the fingers on the bladder meridian, the center of the palm on the gallbladder meridian, and the base of the palm on the stomach meridian. First, raise the right hand to the front of the right shoulder. Second, the fingers massage the bladder meridian, the center of the palm, the gallbladder meridian, and the base of the palm, the stomach meridian. Move each hand down along the body to the outside of the ankle. Brush the shoes. Clench that fist and raise the body slowly back to an erect position. Put the hands on the respective sides of the waist and ensure a natural posture. Bending the body to brush the shoes means removing dust and other harmful matter from the surface of the human body, on the one hand, and on the other, it means dispelling all distracting thoughts, and evil thoughts in particular, from the mind to purify the brain, relieve mental strain, and strengthen the body. Bending the body forward exercises the waist and due meridian, which runs through the spinal column and connects with the kidneys. It can also act on the kidney and bladder meridians. Therefore, regular practice of the movement of bending the body to clean the shoes helps to nourish yin of the kidneys, warm yang of the kidneys, take in qi and return it to the kidneys, invigorate the kidneys and strengthen the loins, and invigorate the brain. Step 6. Rhinoceros gazes at the moon. 犀牛望月. Now, let's learn the 6th step. First, shift the body weight onto the right foot. Move the left foot to the left, a stride's length. Bend the palms and press them down. Relax the hands while shifting the body weight onto the left foot. Turn the body to the left. Press the right heel on the ground sideways to twist Yongquan point. Turn the wrists and swing the palms upward from both sides of the body. and hold them above the front of the head, with the arms forming an arc, palms facing up and forward, and fingers pointing to each other. Twist the right heel inward. Rotate the arms outward. Keep the eyes on the left hand, and swing both hands to the front of the body while shifting the body weight onto the right foot. Withdraw the left foot to the side of the right one. Drop the hands to the back of both sides of the body. Clench the fists again and put them on the respective sides of the waist. The fifth and sixth movements involve moving the right foot apart to the right, bending the palms and pressing them down. Move the body weight to the right and let the hands drop. Turn the lower part of the body. Press the left heel on the ground sideways. Bend the right leg and stretch the palms to form the stance of gazing at the moon. Rotate the arms outward. Keep the eyes on the right palm and turn the body to the left while keeping the eyes on both palms. At last, please keep limb movement coordinated. It is not easy for a rhinoceros with a short neck and robust body to turn its head. In ancient times, rhinoceros horns were called sensitive horns, as there were supposed to be sensitive white veins in their horns. Li Xiangyin, a poet of the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907, wrote, "Though we do not have phoenix wings to fly side by side, our two hearts are linked by the magic horn." By turning the neck and rotating the waist, this exercise helps to relax the muscles of the neck, back, and waist, loosen their connection, and relieve pain in the shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, back, and waist. By removing the obstacles from the 3 yin and 3 yang meridians of the hands, it helps to strengthen the heart, improve the function of the lungs, clear and regulate the passage of Sanjiao meridian, moisten the intestines, resolve the nodes, soothe the liver, promote the function of the gallbladder, nourish yin and the kidneys. Step 7. Lotus flower appears above the water. Furong chu shui. First, move the left foot apart from the right one and put the hands in front of the lower abdomen, with the backs of the hands touching each other. Move the arms to the relevant sides of the body by separating the backs of the hands first, then bending the fingers and snapping the fingernails while stretching the legs. Look straight ahead all this time. Turn the body to the left and clench the fist slightly. Move the right foot backward to the left, behind the left one. Squat down cross-legged. Pull the right fist to the front of the right shoulder, while withdrawing the left fist to the side of the left shoulder. By rotating the left arm inward, keep the insides of the wrist facing upward. Drop the right hand while raising the left. Keep the bases of the palms touching each other and the body upright to form a stance, just like a lotus flower, growing out of the water. Move the body weight onto the right foot, while withdrawing the left one. Let the hands drop alongside of the body. Move the right foot apart. Clench the fists slightly and turn the body to the right. Move the left foot backward to the right, behind the right one, and squat down. The image is that of a lotus seed growing in the mud while keeping itself out of the dirt. Stretch the legs to form the stance of a lotus flower growing out of the water. Move the body weight onto the left foot, while withdrawing the right foot to touch the left one. Let the hands drop along the relevant sides of the body, while keeping the eyes looking straight ahead. The movements of the lotus flower appears above the water, imitate a lotus flower emerging above the surface of water. This exercise helps to remove obstacles from the 3 yin and 3 yang meridians of the hand, strengthen the heart, nourish the lungs, moisten the intestines, regulate Sanjiao meridian, and remove obstacles from the 3 yin and 3 yang meridians of the foot. The latter function helps to regulate the stomach, invigorate the spleen, soothe the liver, promote the function of the gallbladder, and strengthen the kidneys and waist. It is an all-around exercise, and therefore helps to improve the function of all internal organs. Step 8. Golden rooster heralds the dawn. Jinji bao xiao. Raise the buttocks and pull in the abdomen while breathing in. Change the hands into hooks and raise the heels to pull up Bai Hoi acupoint to the top of the head. The higher the heels, the better the effect. Keep the arms horizontal and bend the wrists as much as possible. Lower the heels and adopt a half squat position with the knees touching each other. Change the hook hands into palms and place them on the relevant sides of the hips while dropping the elbows. Keep the palms pointing downward and the fingers pointing outward. Stretch the legs gradually. Move the left foot backward. Bend the knees and keep the sole facing up. Meanwhile, change the palms into hooked hands and swing them to the front above the head. Bend the right knee. Withdraw the left foot to touch the right one. Change the hook hands into palms and let them drop down alongside the body. Turn the head to the right while keeping the shoulders in a line and the hands horizontal. Change the hooked hands into palms and place them beside the relevant hips while adopting a squatting position. Keep the palms pointing downward and the fingers pointing outward. Raise the right foot to form a reverse bow shape. Lower the left leg to adopt a half squatting position. Withdraw the right foot to touch the left. Swing the hands in front of the body and let them drop alongside the body. In this form, the practitioner stands on one leg and extends the other leg backwards. At the same time, the hands form hooks raised above the head, as if a rooster is crowing at dawn. Pulling the heels up to press yōng acupoint helps to stimulate the foot shí'èr kidney meridian, to nourish yin and the kidneys. Bending and extending one leg backward and posing the body in a reverse bow shape helps nourish yin and the kidneys. Swinging the hooked hands upward and changing them into palms to press them downward helps to remove obstacles from the source points of the 3 yin and 3 yang meridians of the hand. To remove obstruction in the meridians and collaterals, nourish the heart and lungs, and regulate Sanjiao meridian. Step 9. Wild geese land on the beach. Ping Sha Luo Yan. Swing the palms to shoulder level, with the top parts of the wrists taking the lead. And then let the hands drop. Make sure the middle of the palm follows the fingertips and keep looking to the right. Move the left foot backwards to the right, behind the right one, and drop the elbows. The palms should be pointing downward, and the fingers pointing outward. Squat down cross-legged while dropping the shoulders, holding out the elbows, pressing the wrists down, and keeping the fingers pointing up. Stretch out the arms and swing them to shoulder level, with the top parts of the wrists taking the lead. While stretching the legs, drop the elbows a bit. Squat down, keeping the eyes on the right hand. Older and infirm people don't need to squat all the way. Raise the body, swinging the arms up with the top parts of the wrists taking the lead. Put the feet together, drop the elbows, swing the hands out, stretch the legs, and let the hands dangle alongside the body. The following 6 movements should be carried at the rate of 1 beat each. First, turn the head to the left, drop the elbows, and move the right foot backwards to touch the back of the left one. Second, push the bent wrists sideways and keep them facing up. Third, stretch the arms, raise the body, and drop the elbows. Fourth, squat down slowly and look to the left. Fifth, keep the movements slow and at an even rhythm. Sixth, put the feet together, bend the legs, drop the elbows, swing the hands, and let them dangle alongside the body. Wild Geese Land on the Beach is a musical piece for the qin, a traditional Chinese 7-stringed instrument. It describes the flying, landing, and honking of wild geese on a beach. Concentrating the mind on Gōng acupoint helps to regulate the hand, yin, pericardium meridian, relieve the heart, and regulate the flow of blood. Bending the legs to form a cross-legged sitting stance helps to remove obstructions from the meridians of the 3 yin and 3 yang of the foot, and has a certain effect of improving the functions of the spleen, stomach, liver, gallbladder, and kidneys. Step 10. White crane flies high in the clouds. Yun Duan Bai He. Rub He Gu acupoints on the palms upward along the 2 sides of the body to the Da Bao acupoints. Keep the toes pointing upward. Then, twist Da Bao acupoints with He Gu acupoints on the palms and press Da Bao with the fingers pointing backwards. Make the toes grasp the ground and adopt a half-squatting posture. Keep the backs of the hands touching each other. Double the fingers, and then move the palms to each side, facing away from each other. The hands should be kept at shoulder height, and the knees kept together. Move Bai Hoi acupoint upward by raising the heels. Hold the palms out, facing upward and above the head, and with the wrists bent. This symbolizes a white crane unfolding its wings to fly high into the clouds. Stretch your legs, lower the heels to the ground, and allow the hands to dangle alongside the body. Repeat the above movements, keeping the toes turned upward. Repeat the second step. Move Bai Hoi acupoint upward by raising the heels. Stretch the whole body. Repeat the fourth movement. The crane was a symbol of longevity in ancient China. By extension, it indicated capable people of lofty nobility. Pulling up the toes to press the Jing acupoint of the 3 yin and 3 yang meridians of the foot helps to stimulate the 6 meridians of the foot. Using He Gu to twist Da Bao helps to moisten the intestines, resolve the nodes, regulate the stomach, and invigorate the spleen. Bending the wrists and raising the palms overhead helps to regulate Sanjiao meridian and removes obstacles from Shui Dao acupoint on the lower abdomen. Step 11. Phoenix salutes the people. Feng Huang Lai Yi. Turn the body 45 degrees to the left while rotating the arms inward, swinging them to shoulder level, and then to the front of the body with the palms upward. Bend the legs to squat and move the left foot forward, keeping the toes pointing upward and stretching the left leg. Change the palms into hooked hands. Raise them upward behind the body and bend the wrists. Raise the right heel and stretch the whole body to resemble a flying phoenix. Move the body weight onto the right foot, keeping the toes of the left foot pointing upward. Change the hooked hands into palms and cross them in front of the chest. Standing erect, look straight ahead and separate the palms in front of the body, keeping the wrists at shoulder height. Withdraw the left foot to touch the right one. Gradually stretch the legs and let the hands dangle alongside the body. Turn the body 45 degrees to the right. Rotate the arms first inward and then outward, and swing the hands in front of the body. Squat, then move the legs and body weight forward. Change the palms into hooked hands. Raise them behind the body. Bend the wrists and look straight ahead. Move body weight backwards. Keep toes turned up. Separate the hands sideways in front of the body, which should be kept erect. Put the feet together, stretching the legs. Drop the palms to the relevant sides of the body and look straight ahead. The connotation of this step is a phoenix soaring gracefully. The movement of turning the body and rotating the arms helps to remove obstructions from Ren and Du meridians, and 3 Yin meridians, and 3 Yang meridians of the hand. Bending the wrists to form hooked hands stimulates Jing acupoints and source acupoints of the 3 Yin and 3 Yang meridians of the foot, and therefore helps to improve the functions of the heart, lungs, large intestine, and small intestine. Turning the toes up stimulates Jing and source acupoints of the 3 Yin and 3 Yang meridians of the foot, and therefore helps to improve the functions of the liver, gallbladder, spleen, stomach, bladder, and kidneys. Step 12. Qi and breath return to the origin. Qi xi gui yuan. After practicing the previous 11 steps, qi should be flowing throughout the body. Now, it should be returned to dantian. First, raise the buttocks and pull up the abdomen while breathing in. Rotate the arms inward to the respective sides of the body, keeping an angle of 60 degrees between the arms and upper body. Without stopping, rotate the palms outward together with the arms and keep the centers of the palms pointing forward. Second, breathe out, bend the legs to assume a squatting position, and move the palms back and inward to form a circle. This will return the qi of essence from the sun and moon to dantian. While half squatting, repeat this step 3 times. When breathing in and out, you will notice that the qi returns to dantian along a narrowing route. Breathe in and put the palms one on top of the other on dantian acupoint for the 3rd time. For men, the left hand is put inside, and for women, the right hand is put inside. Guanyuan is located on the Ren Meridian and is one of the acupoints of Dantian. It is the meeting point for the 3 yin meridians of the foot and the Ren Meridian, and one of the front Mu acupoints of the small intestine. TCM calls it the major point of long life, and it has a noticeable effect of preserving health. Therefore, using the mind to draw the qi to Guanyuan acupoint helps to invigorate the central qi, replenish the supplement qi, nourish the internal organs, and regulate yin and yang. Ending stance. Rotate the arms inward and move the palms to the left and the right respectively. Rotate the arms outward with the palms pointing forward. Put the palms one on top of the other on Dantian. For men, the left hand is put inside, and for women, the right hand is put inside. Then, practice the movement known as Red Dragon Stirring the Sea, which is to move the tongue in 3 circles, from left to right, and repeat the same movement from right to left. Then the saliva is swallowed in 3 gulps. Now, the exercises have been completed. I hope everyone will keep practicing them to ease the mind and relax the body and preserve youthful vigor. Modern medicine has proved that saliva contains globulin, mucin, amino acid, amylase, lysozyme, immunoglobulin, and various trace elements. It helps to improve glycometabolism and maintain glycemic stability.